What's going on YouTube? My name is Andrew, aka the Black Dragon. This is Black Dragon Studios, and I'm back with another episode of Doomsday Last Survivors. In today's video, we are going to be getting into the honing challenge. We are going to be doing all of our hones. I've saved up over 150 hones. We'll be doing all those in today's video and trying to get myself my first ever rare hone on my first ever fully maxed piece of superb gear. For those that don't know about the honing chip challenge, I'll just share for like a minute for the new people that are here. Basically, it's the only time that I personally use hones. It's the only time that most people use honing chips in this game. They're these purple things that you see right here that I'm kind of like hovering my mouse around. These things are incredibly difficult to get, but you get the most value by using them during the honing chip challenge because you'll be getting these things here for maybe even saving up only between 60 to 150 hones. I would recommend saving up no less than enough to do 150 advanced hones, because if you do that, this will be the one time in the game where you'll get these things here, these advanced honing cores for doing 150 hones. As you see here to my right, you do 150 hones and you'll get this advanced honing core, which gives you a guaranteed maximum, although random, so it could be anything. It could be infantry squad defense when you're actually looking for a ranged attack or something like that. It's unfortunate that it is random, but that's why you just need to keep getting these things so that eventually you will hit the stats that you need. Now, what I found is they have about a 75 to 80% hit rate on a relevant stat for your troop type. Although that may not be true, that may just be me getting lucky. I have found most of these for me to hit the correct troop type at the very least, although they don't always offer the exact stat that I'm looking for. Most of the time, it is the correct troop type. So with that being said, there's nowhere else in the game that you can get these as easily and as free to play that I know of other than this one spot. So this is the best time to use the honing chips. How many honing chips do you actually need to save up for this event? I would say at the bare minimum 150, because the drop off in rewards happens at 150. You don't see the next reward until 300 advanced hones, where between 0 to 150 hones, you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiers of rewards along the way for using those 150 hones, which will include more honing chips, more advanced honing chips, intermediate hone cores, which guarantee you legendary hones, which is the golden hones, the ones that you're actually wanting on your legendary gear, and then obviously the one advanced honing core. So at the very least, do yourself a favor and save up those. But that's about all I'm going to do for the newbies in today's video. I'm sure everybody else has either skipped and or just didn't care and is just not listening to me right now, waiting for me to get to the next part of the video.
Get to the next part of the video, Black Dragon. I already know this stuff.
I just want to see the freaking hones. Well, that's what I'm going to do right now, bro. We're going to go into my personal little piece of work here, which is Rubina, who is currently sitting at a pretty 3.9 million in might. And we are not doing anything with this Rubina still. I still haven't decided what I want to do. What's my future going to be? What's my future going to hold in this game? Am I going to stay in this alliance, which is in a state where I'm currently like probably the 10th or 15th on the list of rallies in this alliance? Or do I find a new alliance and, go somewhere where I'm useful? I don't know. I haven't thought about it, but we'll decide in the next few weeks there what I want to do there. But anyways, that's all up in the air. My future in this game is up in the air. There's pros and cons to every decision that you make in this game, and this has definitely been on my mind lately. I'm not gonna lie, that I've been spending, thousands of dollars on this game all for nothing, to just basically sit and be garrison fodder or rally fodder, or sometimes just sit there and do absolutely nothing, is a very demoralizing feeling in this game. And the cons to it is obviously, well, if I go to a new alliance and it doesn't work out, I kind of have it easy right now in this alliance. I can just kind of just chill and just hang out and not really have to worry about anything. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I like it here. I like just being able to relax and everything is taken care of. The rallies are all looked after. The garrisons are all looked after. Going to a new alliance doesn't necessarily mean that the grass is greener on the other side. That's all I'm trying to say. But at the same time, I think people can understand my quandary that when you spend so much money in the game, even though it might not be a lot of money to certain people that have spent 10 times more than me in the game, that there does come a point where you realize, okay, I've put enough investment into my account now to be something somewhere, but the current place that I'm at, I'm nothing anywhere. And that's kind of the dilemma that I'm facing right now. So I hope you guys can kind of understand that, especially if there's any Alliance members listening to me talk right now. Don't think that I'm not bashing the Alliance or any of that. I'm just simply airing my grievance, which is my own problem. It has nothing to do with the Alliance that I'm in. It's all just the choices that I've made in the game. And I'm honestly just happy where I'm at right now. If I wasn't happy, I wouldn't be here. But this is the one thing that's definitely been on my mind. I don't know what I'll do with the thought. I don't know if I'll go or will I stay. But in the end, for now I'm staying, and that's the way it is. So anyways, moving on from that, I don't know where that came from. I'm not going to edit that out. I want to be real with you guys. This is a real channel, and these are real, considerations that players have to make in this game. Managing your alliance and what alliance you fit best into. I sometimes question that. I've questioned that every day of my life in this game. Am I in the right alliance or am I not? So, I think that'll just be a question of time till the end of time for every single player in this game is, am I in the right place or am I not? It's a fair evaluation. So anyways, moving on from that, I literally just got my first max superb armament on my Rubina, and it's looking pretty good at the moment, although I did roll a lot of defensive stats, which is not really what I want particularly to be rolling on my rider heroes. From what I've heard from other people, it's better to have attack than defense on your riders. And things like squad block, defense are nice to have, but I would rather it be lethality and or squad attack at the moment. So y'all know what I did in the last honing challenge. If you want to go back and watch my previous honing video, I can't remember exactly if it was during Top Commander that I did it or if it was, I think I did it off camera. I honestly can't even remember. It's been that long since I did a honing chip challenge on camera for you guys. But one thing that I will tell you is that from the last time that I did the honings to now, I changed up pretty much every stat on my gear, where I took off all the speed rolls on my gear and all of the rally rolls on my gear to make it more universal and more geared toward both field fighting and rallying. So it all affects my riders, but I can now fight in the field more effectively with a stronger gear set. Things like travel speed and rally attack don't really matter when there's a full-out brawl happening right in front of your shelter. You don't need travel speed and you don't need rally attack to be fighting in those fights. So travel speed is kind of an argumentative stat. Like some people will be for it, other people will be against it. I'm one of those people that I understand why people would want it on their gear in some circumstances, especially if you're doing hit and runs with one squad and stuff like that. Then you might want to consider having some travel speed on your gear, or having some garrison attack or garrison defense on your gear if you're primarily doing garrisons and garrisons only with that hero. But when you're a guy like me that's literally building out their first gear set, I think it's more practical to have normal stats on your gear, like squad block, squad defense, squad lethality, squad attack, even travel speed. But let's leave out the garrison attack, the garrison defense, the rally attack and defense until later down the road. That's all I'm trying to say, right? So this is what it's looking like for now. It's pretty much like it's been min-maxed to the point where it's all relevant stats. It's all the types of stats that I want to be on my gear. You'll notice that this Elite Nano Purifier here only has purple hones on it. That's because I can only get purple hones on it. So the next step up, obviously, is to start building out this IE augmenter and getting some proper stats on this IE augmenter. But the problem is that I'm working on my hero equipment right now, so I'm just going to have to rock this IE augmenter or this nano purifier for now, which is pretty much min-maxed. I mean, yeah, I could get more rider attack on it. I could get more lethality on it. But for now, it is what it is. It's fine. I'm not going to just pour in a bunch of blue honing chips into this thing or waste any of my purple honing chips in order to get better, stats on it. You can't roll better than elite or purple stats on it to begin with. So that's why you don't see me using anything on that. But yeah, I've been kind of conflicted. I got to admit, like, you guys know that I'm not an expert on this game, although I do a lot of tutorials and stuff like that. One thing that I do like to keep is an open mind for advice and teachings from other people, especially in the comment section, even though some of the comments that people make sometimes can be awfully rude or, what's the word I'm looking for here? Rude or abrasive. Yeah, people can be awfully like aggressive sometimes when they see me saying something or having a different opinion from what their own is in the comment section. But a lot of the time I do take those things into consideration regardless of how it's presented, because that's just the type of person I am. I'm quite flexible, and I like it when people share their views with me in the comments about gear and stuff like that. It's how I got to this point to begin with. I can tell you one thing's for sure. I noticed a big change in my gear once I eliminated all of the rally stats and this travel speed stats off my gear, that we are hitting a lot harder in all facets of the game. I definitely miss the being able to do hit and runs, stuff like that. But believe it or not, that's going to be my second gear set that I build out. That's pretty much what it's going to be, because I am a rider main. So that pretty much is what it's going to be. It's going to be travel speed. I'm going to get as much travel speed on it as I can. And it's going to be a hit and run / water war / bounty ground build. But that's not going to be for a while. So right now it's just a 2 million build with nothing but travel speed, even though some of the hones are blue because I had to rework a lot of this gear. And I've been having such bad luck rolling this gear, man. Like, I can't even tell you how many blue honing chips I've spent trying to get speed rolls on these gear pieces, and nothing comes. Thousands. I don't know if it's just me, if I'm stupid, or if I'm just unlucky, but I literally haven't seen a travel speed roll on any of this gear from my Cynthia in months. And I've rolled thousands of blue hones on this gear. So maybe I've hit the maximum amount of speed hones you can have on one piece of particular gear or character, or maybe I'm just the most unlucky person in the world. But I kid you not, I'm not exaggerating when I say this, that I've literally spent thousands of blue honing chips on these pieces of gear in recent months and have not seen a single purple hone that says travel speed on it in the last like 3 or 4 months. Anyways, I'm not worried about it because, like I said before, travel speed is not actually king of this game like some people might think it is at the beginning. Yes, it makes your troops go faster, but you're also taking away key stats from your character that could be used on something to give it more damage, which is king in this game. Damage is king in this game. I'm just going to say it, because if it wasn't for damage, your heroes wouldn't be able to do anything in this game. So you can have 500% travel speed and absolutely no damage, then what is your travel speed good for, right? So anyways, moving on from that, my next dilemma is now this, because I don't have one of those honing chips that's going to give me a guaranteed rare hone in the 5th slot, because I'm not one of those people that's going to ever save up 4,000 or 5,000 hones just to get one, because I don't think it's worth it. Because I think that you'd be able to get a rare hone in less than 1,000 hones anyways. Either 1,000 or 2,000 advanced honing chips, you should have a red hone on your piece of gear. So the way I see it is, yeah, I'm going to go for it. But at the same time, it's going to come at the expense of a bunch of honing chips that could have been used on other pieces of gear. So my dilemma today is, I want to roll off this defense here. I want to re-roll this lethality to something a little higher. And that is the same story on numerous different pieces of gear. However, I kind of want to start going for that rare hone. I'm hoping to get it today, and I hope that I can get it today for the first time so we can see what it is. And yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be, man. So let's start doing it. 3.8 travel speed. Oh my god, man, this is so stupid. And that's another thing I was thinking too, like, if I just started getting some actual like legendary pieces of gear for my Cynthia, which should be coming soon actually, to be honest with you. because I'm ready to start moving on to a lot of superb gear on my Rubina, which will mean that I can take this legendary gear and start transferring it to my second hero. But yeah, so you just saw there, we just got our first. Oh, and another thing I wanted to mention, this is going to make you guys laugh. The first piece of gear that I ever got 5-starred on my hero was the gun. The very next day, the same thing happened to me today. The very next day, let's see here, I want to show you guys this because you get better to have a visual, right? This event came up. So I opened up my first red case in the event right after spending money on the gun and, pushing to get that gun done, to get my first 5-star piece of gear. I opened up one case with 700 gems immediately following that push to get that gun, right? To get that gun 5-starred, which included a lot of nickel and diming and purchasing packs that I normally wouldn't purchase and all this good stuff. And I opened up the case and there was a fucking gun, the exact same gun that I needed to 5-star the gun that I could have just literally waited one day for and got for free. Well, the same thing happened today, dude. I literally just pushed hard, like in the last week, to fully 5-star my first superb piece of gear, which is this here aluminum case. I think I spent 4,000 gold to get it from, I think I had 9 fragments all the way up to 30 fragments to get that last case. Well, today, same thing exactly happened, bro. I literally opened up one case. You can see it here. The first case and the only case that I opened for 700 gems beheld a superb aluminum case for the goddamn gear that I just 5-starred. Tell me this is a coincidence, and I'll tell you you're crazy. This game is rigged. This game is trying to constantly rage bait you, and it worked. I was raging. I wanted to scream, man. Like, I literally just spent 4,000 gold to get my fucking aluminum case, and I just paid 700 gems in this event to get myself a literally useless aluminum case, and I'm so pissed off about it, dude. I'm so upset. I don't understand how this keeps happening, but I'll open up case after case after case after case without any superb armaments, event after event after event. The game definitely knows what you're up to, it feels like sometimes. But anyways, back to reality here for a moment, back to what we were doing. The least you guys can stop doing is rage baiting me, dude. Stop rage baiting me with this shit. I was just talking about travel speed on my other gear, and the first thing that they give me is a friggin' legendary travel speed roll. And they know that I don't want it, so that's why they gave it to me. I'm trying to stay locked in here, but at the same time, I want to say, yes, I'm going through these manually, and I don't know why. Don't ask me why I'm going through them manually. I'm seeing a lot of travel speed rolls on this gear. Yeah, so I must be the most unluckiest person in the world. I'm seeing a lot of travel speed being rolled on this gear. We're going to use all the chips today. I'm hoping there's another one right there. I mean, the only thing that I care to see right now is the rare hone. I won't be able to move on from this piece of gear until I see a rare hone on the gear. And this could mean 1,000 or 2,000 hones, depending on how unlucky I am. So it's unfortunate that all of my hones over the next little while, if I don't get it in today's video, are going to be spent literally just doing this one little thing here. But that's the game, folks. This is literally the game we're playing. Oh my god, I almost clicked through this. We just got a max squad block in the area that I need a red hone on. I'm getting rage baited so hard in today's video. I have roommates that's like 2 a.m. here. I can't be yelling right now, but if they were not here, I would be literally smashing shit right now. I kid you not, dude. If it were not for my roommates, I would literally be smashing shit right now. So we just got this red hone. Well, you know what? It's not the worst thing in the world, I guess. But it's certainly not the best either. I mean, because we know it's just going to go bye-bye as soon as the actual rare hone comes, right? Oh, for those that don't know what a rare hone is, it's like it's a special hone that only shows up in the 5th slot. It's stronger than a red hone, and it's yeah, it's necessary to have to min max your gear. So it's unfortunate. I didn't even want to do this video today because I kind of knew that it was gonna like trigger me to no end. We had to do it. And here's a question for you guys. The experienced people in this game can answer this for me. Can you get the red hone? Can you get the hone by using this thing here? I'm not gonna use it on that. I have a feeling that it doesn't necessarily work that way. That yeah, maybe it will happen, but most of the time it doesn't. Type shit. You know what I mean? And same with this one too. So at the very least, we will get a few different looks on some of the other gear if this doesn't work out. But I'm definitely not going to use those things on this piece of gear this time. So. Rider Squad lethality. I got another red hone, bro.
Look at this dude.
Oh my god, man. I'm tempted just to fucking keep that, dude. 65 rider lethality, and I'm not a whale, dude. I'm never gonna fucking whale in this game. That's actually really good. Like, that's unbelievably absurdly good. I mean, that's probably as close to a rare hone as you're ever gonna get on rider gear, dude. So let's just go ahead and just fucking end it right there, man. I'm just gonna keep that, dude. I don't know. You guys tell me if that's good. I can always change it in the future, but I think that's pretty good, honestly, to just keep that for now and just move on to some of my other shit that needs attention. Like this here, 31 lethality, not very good. This here, 3% defense can go. 2.6 rider squad attack can go. 32 lethality. Let's get this 3% defense. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. 3% defense can go. Let's try and get something else on it. I don't know. My head is just not in the right spot right now. I don't understand this game. I was rage baited so many times with armaments, man. 2 times in this video. In this very day, I've been rage baited, like max rage baited, and I just used all of my purple chips. I wasn't even like paying attention. So I wasn't even paying attention. So I actually have to go and like buy chips now. Well, that's not a big deal. There, I got 3 there. I need them to use those other ones, right? So IGG got me once again. That one didn't hurt too bad, but I'm never doing it. RNG videos have never been my forte. If you guys ever watch my raid videos, which probably many of you or most of you didn't, or all of you didn't, they're not pretty. Like, I'm constantly raging at RNG. I hate RNG so much sometimes. So yeah, let's just go ahead and just blast in this. No, I said I wouldn't do it. I said I wouldn't do it. I said I would use this middle gear for the red hones, and this gear as well for the red hones. So yeah, honestly, bro, am I really doing this to myself? You guys tell me if I'm making the right decisions. I can't really think straight right now, and it's honestly probably not even a good idea for me to be doing this right now. But I just want this defense gone, dude. I know that I probably shouldn't do this, but let's start off with this legendary hone here and see what they give us. Garrison counter damage. Can't take it. Range squad block. Don't want it. Shoes probably not getting done anytime soon for superbs. So I'll just roll out. I'll just rip off this this max hone here on these racing shoes. Rider squad attack. Okay, well, you know what? That's a W, man. That's a big W and a huge relief. That's actually like the third Rider Squad attack max hone I've got in the last 5 months. Like I was just randomly rolling off a couple of advanced honing chips about a month ago, like literally like 4 or 5, just to see if I could get like a 2.6 Rider defense change to something. And it wasn't even during a honing challenge. It just randomly rolled a max hone of Rider Squad attack. So I got that. And plus I got that in the last honing challenge. So I've been getting good deals out of my honing chips. So let's see here. How close was I to 300? Not very close. So I don't have to worry about getting to 300 and getting this second advanced honing core. Although it would have been nice. We'll just start saving up for the next one. As long as I get in my 150, I'm happy. And that's about it. That's all she wrote. Tell me I have a 4 million hero now. It only increased my might to 3.945 million. I'm sure if I had put a little bit of work into my IE augmenter, I would have like a 4.2 million hero at the very moment. But you know what? That's not even true entirely because this is already at 348,000. So I'd probably only have like a 4,050,000 hero at the moment. So it's not even that big of a difference. Let's take a look at the upgraded stats now. I've got 60% attack on the gear. I've got 12% defense. So my defense is really lacking, but that's not even that bad of a thing from what I hear from other people. Almost 10% basic attack damage. And then the lethality, 578 plus 213. So 788, 91. So 791 lethality. Oh yeah, and then this squad attack. So 70%, 71% attack and 15.5% defense. That's not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. 6% counter damage, 6% rally attack. There's a lot of good stuff happening here. And then we've got squad block as well. So the squad block is running at 400. So 400 squad block, but roughly 800 lethality. And yeah, that's pretty much why I'm just confused. I think those are pretty good stats. Crazy stats for a guy that literally just sits there and does nothing in this game. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what I said today in the comment section. I'm like being genuine about that. I'm not just one of those YouTubers that's, comment in my comment section so I can ignore you and never read your comment. But I get, I just want your comments for the algorithm. No, I actually like respond to my comments. So anyways, yeah, that's all I got for now, guys. I'm done with this game, dude. So ridiculous. We got 2 max hones today, but the one kind of came in vain. It came in the spot where we're supposed to get a red hone, so I would take this Rider Squad lethality all over the place on every single piece of gear. It could fill up every single slot with this here, and I wouldn't be upset. But honestly, dude, it came at it couldn't have come in a worse spot. So unfortunately, that's going to have to get wiped off. And then this here aluminum case that I got is literally just sitting here eating dust. I might even just give it up. Is that crazy to say that I might just like sell it? Because think about it like this, bro. You need, I think, 12 copies to max this? But if I just dismantled it and sold it, I'm only going to get 600. Wow, they're only going to give you 600 for that. That's insane that I would get the same amount for a superb piece of gear to sell this that I would get for a rare or a legendary piece of gear. That's a little twisted if you ask me. So, now that I know that, I'm probably just going to keep it and see what the future holds. It's probably better to just hold it, especially because it is for the troop type of, that I am maining. But if it offered even maybe 10 purple honing chips and 1,200 nuts and bolts, I probably would have sold it. Because I'm not going to come back around to that until I get my shoes done, my pants, my gun, my helmet, you know what I mean? So it's probably not going to be for another 2 years that I'm able to actually make use of this bad boy. And y'all know IGG ain't going to let me open up another one for free. They just wanted to rage bait me with the one. And then, yeah, we know you just 5-starred your first backpack. Here's a complimentary backpack just to plaster up on your wall, just in case you wanted it. Just in case it was of any interest to you that you just spent 4,000 gold on this, here's another one for your troubles, even though we know you don't need it. When in reality, IGG probably doesn't have anything to do with it. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for you guys in today's video. Just me being an idiot. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.